The victorious Southern Illinois Salukis are with us. They have a date in tomorrow's semifinal game, Game 2, against the winner of Illinois State and Indiana State. Coach Barry Hinson is in the center. Sean Lloyd and Tyler Smith-Peters represents the student body. We're going to start off with a statement from Barry, and then we'll go to questions for just the two student athletes of Southern, then we'll finish with Coach Hinson. Barry, please.
Well, as I look back around the room here, I see Darlene, one of my former administrators at Missouri State, but then I see the guy that hired me and just went into the Hall of Fame here in the Missouri Valley Conference, Bill Rowe. Bill, congratulations. Just outstanding. And he didn't fire my ass either, so that's why I'm clapping for it. It was another guy that fired me at one deal, but I couldn't be any happier with what these young men not only did today, but what they've done all year long. And today was just a typical Missouri State Southern Illinois ball game. 3 games this year, all 3 went down to the final possession. So compliments to Coach Lusk and his staff. What a great job they did. They kept us on our heels the entire day. They kept switching defenses. Paul played different than he has the previous 3 games, and it was really difficult to get in a groove, into a rhythm, and I give that compliment to Paul and his staff. So, but I'll answer a bunch of questions later. That's just what I wanted to make sure I congratulated Coach Rowe.
Okay, questions for Sean and Tyler, please. Start right here in the front row.
Sean, can you take me through the last couple seconds? I think you poked the ball out and then got the run out right at the end. Just how good a look did you get at where the ball was going?
I seen an opportunity to get a steal, so I'm good at defense, so I just gambled, and it worked in our favor.
On the aisle.
Sean, what can you say about your defensive effort in the second half on Alizé? Only 1 field goal, 2 points, 6 points altogether. For yourself and as a team, what do you think of your defensive effort?
The coaching staff challenged me to go out and guard him and keep him off the glass, so that's what I went out there and did.
That is a politically correct statement. We did challenge him.
Can both of you guys just talk about how it felt to close this game out and advance to tomorrow?
Tyler, you're first, please.
I mean, it feels really good, but I mean, we can't really celebrate too much because we're already focusing on tomorrow's game against Indiana State or Illinois State.
I agree with Tyler said. We got to focus on the next game.
Question in the back. Go.
Yeah, question for Tyler. I've read that you try to actually get Pippen mad in practice because he brings in certain intensity when you do that. So what did you do in the game today? Because it seemed like there was a stretch where he really pushed you guys and got you guys on a run.
I mean, can't really say what I said. Nah, I'm just kidding. I was positive with him. I mean, we all know how good of a great player he is. So I mean, just for him to have the second half he did, I mean, it helped us out tremendously.
Right there.
You guys both had some big three-pointers in the first half, but it seemed overall as a team in the second half, the ball was going down a little easier. Can you guys both describe just kind of the different in feel, how you got into the rhythm, how you found your flow, whatever the difference was in the second half versus the first?
Sean, lead us off, please.
I think it started when we got the ball in the Cavion. When we get the ball inside, we try to play inside, outside, and today that worked.
Was my turn?
Yes, Tyler.
You done? Oh. Really, I think just everybody has confidence in each other. So, I mean, if someone shoots it, I mean, we all think it's going to go in. And I think that just kind of showed tonight or this afternoon.
Sean, you referred to that play at the end as a gamble. Did you look at it that way, that it was a risky play?
I'm a risky player, so I seen an opportunity to go take the ball from somebody, so that's what I did.
And then what was the philosophy on Johnson there in the second half that worked so well?
He's a great player going right, so I try to take his right hand away from him, and I was trying my best to box him out because he's a great offensive rebounder.
Tyler, you had a couple of drives where you got below the free throw line and just kind of stopped and looked for somebody to pass to. What did Missouri State do to make it kind of difficult to recognize what you wanted to do there?
Really, I just want to be smart with the ball. I didn't want to force anything that probably wouldn't go in. So, I mean, I thought that was the best bet. And if I did, I mean, when I did have to throw it out, we'd just go into a different place. So.
Third row. Thank you.
Just wonder if you guys could explain what the sensation is when Rudy puts a basket in versus some of the other guys. I mean, you explode off the bench. Can you share what that phenomenon's all about?
Tyler, you're first.
It's unexplainable. I mean, Rudy's just a great guy. I mean, we know the talent he has, and I mean, he showed it today, and we're just happy for him.
I'm always happy for Rudy. We came in here together, so every time he scores, I'm gonna go crazy, and I know what he can do. And when he hit that big three for us, that kind of sparked us in the first half.
Tyler, you guys were up 14 with about 7 minutes to go. What happened?
I mean, they went on the run, obviously, but I think the biggest thing is we kept our composure. No matter how, when they trimmed it to 2 points, I mean, AC made a big layup at the end. I mean, really, I just think, like I said, we have the confidence in each other to make plays and just keeping our composure.
Anything else for the student athletes of SIU? Okay, gentlemen, you are dismissed. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the semifinals tomorrow.
Good job, guys. Good job.
First question for Coach Hinson is on the right-hand side.
Hey, Coach. You had 5 guys with double figures and 2 with 7. I guess this is what you call a team victory.
We've said going into this tournament that we would have to play, or in this tournament, in order for us to be successful, we refer to it as 6, 7, and 8, would have to play major minutes and have to give us a great contribution. I'd have to go back and look at stat sheets, but I think it's the first time in 2 months we played 8 guys, double-figure minutes. We called the play for Rudy. That's why the bench was so excited, because we asked Rudy. I said, Rudy, we're going to run this play for you. Rudy has not shot a 3 or made a 3 in the second half of the year, and he's a good three-point shooter. Rudy's really struggled with his confidence, and we really tried to convey to Rudy that if he would just have as much confidence in himself that we do as a team. And so I don't know. It was just a gut call. It was a 2-for-1 situation, and I just looked at him in the eye, and I asked him point blank, do you want to shoot this? Because if you don't, then I'm not going to do it. He said, no, Coach, I'll shoot it if I'm open. And I said, well, you can't shoot it if you're covered, but shoot it if you're open. And when he made the 3, guys, I don't mind telling you, I think that shot helped us win the game. I thought it was I know a lot of times plays of the game don't happen in the first half. I thought it was the play of the game.
Right here.
Barry Cavion missed his first 4 shots. What did you like about his effort in the second half and finishing a little bit better?
Well, in Cavion's defense, he's never played in a conference tournament before. And I remember Desmar Jackson's first time when we were at Southern, and Desmar was our best player, and it was he just couldn't get going. I mean, it's hard. So we take that for granted. And there was a lot of guys that just played their first game out there today in a Missouri Valley tournament. And so we just kind of hung in there with him, Todd. And we made our mind up coming into this tournament. We were going to be positive, accentuate the positive. The only thing that was negative, as it said today, was when Armand was an idiot and got the technical. And I think I broke my foot when I did my stomp, but I was upset. And that's the most upset I've been in a long time with these guys. But with Cavion, we just kept saying, just keep shooting. And at halftime, we challenged Sean defensively because we switched. We put Armand on Rhodes for his length, and we put Sean Lloyd on Alizé, and there didn't have any length involved with that, just toughness. And then we challenged Cavion to go score, that we were going to get him the basketball. And we did, and he produced. He didn't have a point at half, right? Is 0? He got 11 points. That's a pretty good second half.
Coach, after the technical that ended up leading to a 5-point possession right there,
Yeah.
you guys went on the double-digit run. what was done, what was said that kept that from being a moment where the momentum really changed in favor of Missouri State?
Well, Armand came over and apologized to me and apologized to teammates, and then I calmed down and I said, okay, then make up for it. Make up for it. And all the teammates said, we've got your back. So that was one of those things that happened. I'm gonna answer part of the question that was asked a while ago too. We were up 14 with 7, and somebody said, well, what happened? Your question. Well, what happened is they're a good basketball team. And, and that, Forrest Gump, stuff happens. But they're good. They're good. And there was never one moment that I thought, okay, we're up 14, we're going to walk away with it. It just doesn't happen like that. And, I give credit to Missouri State. They did not falter one bit at all.
Yep.
Sean was talking about being a gambler on that play. Talking about it defensively, is that kind of typical or what you'd like to see from him?
Oh, yeah. Sean's our best defensive player. He's best at getting steals. He's got the strongest hands of anybody on the team. And, I kid him all the time. He's from Philly. I said, guys from Marlow, Oklahoma and Philadelphia are tough. I thought that was funny, but anyway. You guys obviously hadn't been through the streets of Marlow, Oklahoma. It's a tough streets there.
Right there in the third row. Thank you.
Coach, can you talk about Aaron at the end? He had the big layup earlier, but then he goes in, doesn't make the shot, but comes right back with the ball for the final seconds. Just his composure, his want to have the shot, and just that overall, the final minute or so, him handling the ball for you?
We told him when we put him back in, I said, I'm going to put you back in. I'm going to put the ball in your hands. And I just said, I just want you to make good decisions. That's it. Do what you've done all year long. And how about 7 assists and only 2 turnovers today? And that's pretty impressive. I always think Marcus and Aaron and Brendan and Armand, I think it's really tough when you come back home. We came back to this tournament for 4 years, and Blake, I love him to death, but he really struggled coming back to St. Louis because of all the family and the pressure and it's just so much. We've really talked to those 4 guys this week about come back and just do what you do. Don't try to do any extra. Don't get caught up in the distractions of tickets and all of that. Just do what you do, and I thought Aaron Cook did that today.
Anything else for the head coach?
Okay, guys.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Darlene, good to see you.